Hi, this is Sal from Oz Resumes. Thanks, guys, for coming on board. Just thought I'd do a quick video, Facebook Live, to see if anyone's out there. Also, just to see if you guys have any questions. But I think the main one that I get a lot of questions asked is about interview questions. That's the big one. A lot of people ask me, and one of the questions that a lot of people find it daunting to answer is salary. So when people are asking about salary, say for example the interview is asking you what salary you're expecting, or what are you looking for in pay for a company, I always base it based on brackets. So you can go to places like payscale.com, glassdoor.com, and then look up what kind of salary scale you are. Say for example you're an engineer, mechanical engineer in Perth or Singapore, and you can see what the bracket is. It's good to give a bracket. So I would always focus on non not specific numbers, but say for example you want to earn 50,000 to 70,000 per year, or if you're an engineer, maybe 80,000 to 100,000 per year, based on then you show them based on what kind of what kind of career you're on. I mean, let's say for example, not career website that you quoted from. Say for example you use, I'm using this based on say glassdoor.com. This is just based, say for example, a mechanical engineer, or I'm just quoting a salary base between $80,000 to $100,000 per year, but this is just based on what I know on salarysurvey.com.au or glassdoor.com or payscale.com. But I'll be interested to hear what you be willing to offer. That's the most important one. You don't want to push them away. You want to give them a certain amount of value, such that, okay, this is the bracket, this is what I think, and the best closer is to say, but please correct me if I'm wrong. This is sort of what I feel that is based on internet research and my previous salary pay. So that's a good one. Another big question that a lot of interviewers always ask: what are your weaknesses? It's good to acknowledge what you're weak in. Now, let's say for example, if you're weak in, say, one of the common ones for graduates that I help out with is you don't have much experience. So that's a good weakness to say. You still need to say weakness. So I don't have much experience, but I'm willing to learn. That's a good turnaround, and I've got all these other soft skills that I've done. So that's a good question to that's a good way to answer that question on weaknesses. If let's say for example you're an engineer, you're an experienced engineer for like 5, 7 years, 10 years, but maybe you don't have a CP Eng, or if you're an accountant, maybe you don't have a CA or CPA. If you do, like say maybe you just specialize in tax. So I'm just a specialist in tax, but I'm interested more in management accounting. That's sort of how you turn things around. Thanks guys for watching this video. Really appreciate your time. If you're free, just drop me a message on Facebook, or book a free interview strategy session on ozresumes.net. Thanks for watching the video.